Welcome back. We are moving further to the second type of immunity what we had talked in the earlier section, that was immunity classified into innate immunity and acquired immunity. We talked about innate immunity. Now let us see about the acquired immunity, also called as adaptive or specific defense mechanism, which is the third line of defense, which can be further classified into natural or active immunity, and second one is what, artificial or passive immunity. We are extending about, let us understand about acquired immunity. What is acquired immunity? Now this is obtained by development of antibodies in certain condition, like when our body is exposed to antigen by entry of microorganism in the natural condition, or during vaccination when vaccine is injected into a person's body. Actually, what does the vaccine contain? Vaccine contains the organism which has been killed, which has been made weaker, so that they are not able to multiply, divide and increase their number in our body after getting injected. And otherwise the attack from the disease, that is the organism enters and then it causes the disease. So at that time what happens, our immune system, it starts producing antibody after recognition. First recognition takes place and then antibody production takes place, with the help of which the antigens are made harmless. They are not made to multiply, so that what happens, the infection can be encountered, that can be prevented from spreading. Now this involves two types of lymphocytes. What involves? Acquired immunity involves two types of lymphocytes. One is the B lymphocyte and another one is the T lymphocyte. But now B lymphocyte shows humoral immune response, in short HI, humoral immune response. We will talk later little more detail about this. Let me tell you, B lymphocytes are of two types, plasma cell and memory cell. Now plasma cell is short lived, it lives only for short time, but what is the main function is to produce the antibody. In short, I have written AB means antibody. And then another one is memory cell, which can live for long time, that means long lived, but it can remember. It does not produce antibody, but it can remember the type of infection, the type of antigen which had entered, and the type of antibody that was produced to encounter the response, or otherwise to give the response to the infection. The second type of lymphocyte is T lymphocyte, which shows cell mediated immunity. Now over here let me tell you, T lymphocytes are of actually three types, that is T helper, in short TH, T suppressor TS, and then T killer cell. Earlier when we talked about the PMNL, if you remember, so PMNL, that was what, and also along with that monocyte, natural killer cell, macrophages I talked in the cellular barrier. So over there I had talked about natural killer, so here we are talking about that TK cell is the T natural killer cell, T killer cell. This attacks onto the foreign antigen and it encounters and makes it harmless. Directly it kills the foreign body that has entered into our body. Now acquired immunity is also called as what, pathogen specific defense mechanism, that is pathogen specific defense, which is characterized by four characters we will talk over here. First one is specificity. What is the meaning of specificity? Specificity, you understand, means what, it is exactly where it has to function, where it has to work. It has that ability to differentiate between various foreign molecules, or that is the antigens, because all organisms that are entering into our body will not be similar. So this immune system, acquired immune system, or otherwise immunity, has the ability to recognize or differentiate between different kinds of antigens. Second one is a diversity. Diversity, you understand, different types or various types. It can recognize a vast variety of foreign molecules, that is the antigen again here, foreign antigen that has entered into our body. The third character, discrimination between self and non-self. Self, you understand, our own bodies, and non-self means that has come from outside our body. Now over here it can recognize and respond to foreign molecules. Foreign molecule means non-self, not present in our body, that has come from outside our body. That's why it can give response to foreign molecules, that is non-self, and can avoid response to those molecules that are present within the body of the animal. Now we are also having certain antigens. If you remember, when we studied about the circulatory systems, over there we had studied about the blood group that depends on the type of antigen we are possessing. The antigens are present on the surface of the RBC. So likewise, different kinds of RBC, different kinds of antigens we are having. So these antigens will be called as our self, and the ones which has come from outside body will be called as non-self. The fourth character is about the memory. The immune system has the ability to remember. Now let us say that first time when the organism entered into our body, or first time when the injection of a vaccine was given or vaccine was injected, at that time what happened, the immune system generates its immune response by producing antibody. We talked over here about the, that is B lymphocyte producing plasma cell, and that is having plasma cell which is producing the antibody. Now when immune system encounters a specific foreign agent, that is a microbe, for the first time it generates immune response and eliminates the invader. The ones which have come are called as invader. It is called as primary response. First time it is there, that's why it is called as primary response, and this primary response is of very low intensity. Now next time again, maybe after 1 month, after 1 day, after many years, when same organism enters into our body, at that time immune system has a memory. We talked about the memory cell here. So that memory cell is able to remember it in a memory, and then it remembers and then gives information to the plasma cell, so that plasma cell will be able to produce the antibody much faster. And that is why over here the secondary, that will be called as secondary response. Let us see this. Subsequent encounter by same pathogen produce highly intensified response, which is called as secondary response or anamnestic response, due to memory of first encounter. Memory is there already, and that is why it is going to remember it and give response accordingly. And that response will be called as either secondary response, you call it, or same thing can be called as anamnestic response. Now as earlier I mentioned about the primary and secondary, we just now discussed. These both are because of the B lymphocyte and the T lymphocyte. Primary and secondary response are carried out with the help of B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte. Now B lymphocyte are of two types I mentioned earlier, plasma cell and memory cell. Plasma cell is producing antibody. Now these antibodies are actually what? Proteins, which are called as antibodies. Now these antibodies are having total 4 chains, 2 light chain and 2 heavy chains. The structure of this antibody we are going to discuss in the next section. Now let us see the difference between the two that we have just now discussed, innate immunity and acquired immunity. Innate immunity is present from birth itself. It is present from birth itself, whereas acquired immunity develops during the lifetime by encountering with the foreign organism that enter into our body at different time of the lifetime, different stages of lifetime. The second point under innate immunity, the immunity remains throughout life. Which one? Innate immunity, because it has come from birth, by gene, by genetic. And then acquired immunity, second point, it can be short-lived or otherwise it can be lifelong also. Third point under innate immunity, contact or exposure with pathogen or its antigen is not essential because it has come from birth. So there is no need of any kind of contact or exposure with the pathogen or antigen. And same thing, third point in acquired immunity, contact with pathogen or its antigen is essential here. Here we talked about it is not essential, but under acquired immunity, it is essential. Then only the immune system is going to give response by producing an army of antibodies. Fourth point under innate immunity, that is, it is inheritable. Inheritable means what? It has come from our parents. We have inherited from our parents through the genes that has come from our both parent, father and mother. Acquired immunity cannot be passed to the next generation except for a brief period to neonates. That is, the newborn child is called as what? Neonate. So when the child is born, at that time the antibodies come from the mother's body into the child. So that we are talking here, that it cannot be passed from generation to generation. But what happens, for a short period antibodies can pass along with the milk. We are going to discuss this under further passive immunity when we talk about. The last point under innate immunity is it protects the individuals from contraction of disease of other organism. Other organisms are having the disease, that doesn't mean that we are also going to have that. That's why it is like that, because it has come from birth itself. Already we are having from birth, so we are not going to get affected because other organisms are having. Whereas in case of acquired immunity, it protects the individual from pathogen present on other members of the same species. Means what? In this, when we talk little bit more in detail about acquired immunity, we will classify this into active and passive immunity. So in passive immunity, what happens? The ready-made antibodies are injected. I'll give you one example, simple example. You know about the snake bite. Venom, the poison that is injected by the snake, is toxin, you can say, or otherwise venom. The injection in order to save the life of that person is given. So that injection is called as anti-venom or antitoxin. So that antitoxin is what actually? That is the antibody that is going to act against the venom of a particular snake. So if that venom, anti-venom is injected into the person's body who has been bitten by the snake, both this antigen and antibody react. The antibodies make the antigen harmless, neutralize it, and so the person is saved. So now here let us summarize. We have just now talked about acquired immunity. It is given out by, that is conferred by two types of lymphocyte, that is B lymphocyte and T lymphocytes. We talked about that. We also talked about B lymphocytes are divided into two types, plasma cell and memory cell. Likewise, T lymphocytes are of three types, T helper, T suppressor, T killer. We are going to discuss more in detail about these three. And then we talked about characteristics or characters of what is that? Acquired immunity. Specificity, diversity, discrimination between self and non-self, and then last one is memory. And just now we have discussed about the difference between innate and acquired immunity. Thank you.